Hello and welcome to another episode of Maholo's podcast. So what's going on? Fantastic. I'm joined by Mimi.
Mimi?
Like Mimi Mouse?
Minnie.
Oh shit, is it Minnie?
I look weird.
I don't know.
Minnie Mouse.
Mickey and Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
I know. So yeah, we're back. We're going to be doing podcasts more.
Yes.
We said it on the YouTube video.
Yes.
So it's true, right?
We said it there, so we back it up here. So we just keep ourselves accountable.
Keep ourselves accountable. So yeah. There's going to be podcasts every week. There's going to be YouTube videos.
More of us in social media.
Everywhere. You're going to get sick of us if you weren't already.
You will not, because we're fun.
Because we are lovely.
Lovely.
Anyway, let me paint you a picture. You ready? It's New Year, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna go to the, down the rabbit hole of New Year, new me. I'm gonna do new things. I'm gonna build new habits. Which, it's so funny. People shit on it so much. But now it's kind of gone back. Like, there was a time that I was like, ugh, New Year, new me. Everyone's so lame and stuff like that. But there's power in it. I genuinely think, there is something
There's things about cycles, and when they close and they start again, you kind of feel the power. It's like,
exactly.
Everything is here. But if it works for you to pick up good things and good habits.
Yeah. Fuck anyone who goes like, New Year's resolution doesn't stick. Maybe they're not, because like a lot of people jump on the bandwagon, because as you said, there is something about closing a cycle and starting a new one. I think the problem is not starting a new one. The problem is people pick too big a rock to throw. They just pick a task so tremendous, and they think they're just going to do it because it's the start, and then they don't have the right systems and right steps in place to actually achieve that, and that falls apart. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't plan for success, or you shouldn't have a new thing in mind. Just remember what would be the steps to do it. So, because you want to talk about this, right?
I think there are a few things that I like to talk about in this case. It's always on my head, so I'm just gonna talk about it out here in the world. First of all is the fact that not every year you have to change your goals, because people will be like, okay, what is it that I haven't done this year that I should pick up? No, you probably didn't succeed with a bunch of goals last year, or maybe you left them halfway and you didn't you didn't succeed in finishing or reaching a point where you're like, I am happy with how this goal has gone, right? And it becomes a habit and blah blah blah. That is definitely a thing, and I have changed myself. I tend to be really tough with myself, and I believe a bunch of people do it. Whenever I try to do something and very quickly I don't succeed. So it's this week I would like to, I don't know, a very important thing sometimes, very mindlessly, I'll take clothes and I'll leave them somewhere. It's this year, or from today, 1st of December, I want to work on not leaving my clothes around. But I think about the end goal. I don't think about the process, right? Every morning I can review that the house is not with clothes around, and if it is, I'll put them away. As if I think I need to have the house super tidy, I would probably it seems like a lot. Because whenever you come outside you see few things, and it's oh my god, it seems like a lot, I panic. So it's just let's review how you put your goals to yourself, right? And it's I think the best thing to have is a yearly goal that by the end of the year you have overall managed somehow to become somewhere stable within that goal, by the end of the year, I would like that there's no clothes around. That's one thing, right? But that's 12 months of it. That doesn't mean that you're going to pick it up from the first month. That means the first 3 months would be a little bit of trial and error. And as each month you would see that maybe I fell 15 times the first month, then I fell 10 times, and then maybe 5, and then by the 4th month it's just rarely failing. So I think this is a very important thing of how you project your goals. So I think writing your goals by the end of the year, how would I like to see myself by the end of the year, what things I would like to achieve by the end of the year, and then at the end of the year you review it. It's like, oh, I did most of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you were talking about it, I think it just popped into my head as well. Is it's not that people make plans or like even they make grand plans. Yes, I said I think the reason it fails is because they don't associate those grand plans to smallest action items, right?
Exactly.
Like if you want that person to have a clean house all the time, as you said, the smallest action item is the moment you see something that's not there, put it away. The moment I'm notorious for this. I just fold I take something off, fold it, and put it on a sofa. Doesn't belong on the sofa, but I just leave it there. So you just like, babes, do you mind putting it away? I'll put it away. So like small actionable items. And I threw myself under the bus to make that clear, but
I was like, I
don't know it as much, but like it popped into my head the other night, right? So I think like that's the thing. People make plans, they don't pick action items, right?
Yeah.
What are the immediate action items you can take, the smallest denominator you can take to do? And like you can read books about this. This is like written in so many self-help books and everything else.
I know that.
We all know it, but there's a difference between knowing and fully comprehending. You know fire burns, but you truly comprehend fire burns until like when you burn your finger, right? So it's an action. So you know these things can work, but you don't take the actions. And by you, I mean us. All of us have this thing that we know certain things work, but we don't take the actions to do it. Like the things she says is so true. Write a plan for the entire year, for 6 months, for 12 months, 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, and then week.
And review,
and then review and see. Yeah. Even if weekly is big, write it down. Like write 12 and then bring it to week. And then after the end of the year, look at it. Yeah. And then it'll put your life into perspective. One of my favorite sayings of all, like new favorite sayings is, it only takes 1 year. Whatever you want to do, we love it. Our friends said it to us and we were like, yeah, it's so true. Whenever you want to make a big change to your life, it takes putting your head down and doing that thing for a year, and trust us, because we've done it subconsciously many times. We know people who've done it. You commit to something for a year and the results will be ginormous,
fantastic,
right?
You think like, oh my god, you see such a big goal, but like it's 12 months of you trying, and he's not trying to do it perfect, he's just start trying. Do you wanna like, I don't know, do you want to lose 10 kilos in 1 year? It seems like a lot, but if you like put like, okay, this year or like this month I'm gonna try and go 5 times to the gym. That's about like 1 and 2 a week. Like, you know, it is very small when you see it. Like Yusuman, it's like it's just once a week. That just means that one day you would be like, you know what, I should do this today, and that's it. And then next week you'll be like, you know what, last week it wasn't that hard. One day I could go and try twice. And then it starts like that, and by the end of the year you might have lost even more if that was a goal, like to lose weight, or like you will see yourself and it's like, I got myself really, really far. And that only took you a year.
Business, life, let there be light, by the way. Okay, that's a lot of light. No, my forehead's too shiny.
The opposite.
There we go.
There we are. Now you bring the light.
Reflect. Blinds you.
That means you have a good skincare.
Yeah, or a bright future. Bright, you get it? So I think like actions, like words are cheap. Actions, whatever you want to do, break it into the smallest actionable item and take actions, and
be very realistic as well. People just go like, I would like to make I don't know, like 200k by the end of the year. Is like, how much are you making right now? And I'm making a k a year. It's like, well, maybe we bring the goal a little bit lower, you know, we make it realistic. You kind of have to have a plan. And I think that's another thing, like everyone, like try to like reach for a goal that it's just too far, and like you haven't thought about the things that you have to do to get there, right? There's this wonderful thing that you just like have a big goal and you reverse engineer pretty much what he said. So it's like you plan for 12 months, 9 months, 3 months, and then like pretty much like each month you will be reviewing how closer or how realistic that goal that you set could be, you know. So it's just like kind of like situations like that. It's like there is a lot, and like always find support on people that might have done it, or like you kind of find an inspiration. I think it's really good, like always asking people, trying always for it to be people who have gone through the things that you want or are in a position that you would like to be, that you see it as an inspiration. For example, I have a client that like recently asked me about running a marathon, and she thought that it would take so long. Like she was like, oh, I would like to do it by this time, and this time is a full marathon is 1 year and a half away. She's just like, it takes you way less than you think, but like how much realistically are you willing to put like on time and effort to get there? Because if we put like a good amount of effort and like we have a good coaching around it and like good planning, we can do it in way less than you think. Like it will not take you a year and a half. And she was like, oh, this seems very close. And I was like, well, yeah, it's a little bit more realistic, but we will see the trends of how things go with it.
In Farsi, we have a saying, we say, exactly, right, exactly. It's, I said earlier, it's the bigger rock you pick, less likely the chances of you actually throwing it. People like to pick big goals and boast about it, and they just get a dopamine from sharing that goal, right? And the dopamine from sharing that goal, like, it registers that like, oh, I've done it. I don't need to talk about it. So like people boast about these things, even to themselves, like, oh my god, I'm gonna do this thing. It's gonna be fantastic, and they just get a boost out of it. But that's it.
Yeah, that's
again. It's not followed by actions, right? You pick the big rock and you don't throw it. That's an action.
That's actually really good
saying, right? I love it. So, actionable items is the name of the game. Pick like literally homework for you. Like you're listening to this. Review the goals you have. Break it down to the smallest thing. Be like, okay, what can I do right now?
Yeah.
And right now, not tomorrow, not today.
And choose realistic actions.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's difficult, but that difficult part is what makes it worth it. Like today, we had to do recording. I didn't want to do it. I was just like, just step out of the door and do it. Recorded a couple of videos. I honestly hated every second of it because I was just not in the mood. But it's just doing it. Even the podcast, we were like, okay, we have a commitment. We need to record today.
Yeah.
Today's our recording day, so we have to do videos, like exercise videos, which are gonna come to our YouTube channel as well. You're gonna have us showing through the exercises. Yeah. But I didn't want to record that. Didn't really want to do this as well. But now that I've started it, I'm just like, I'm like on the roll. Right?
It's always like things that make you feel better after that you don't want to do at the beginning. And sometimes it's just because you don't have the habit. I'm not gonna like, sometimes it's just like, yeah, discipline and stuff. No, you just build a habit. And sometimes like, it's okay if you complain about doing certain things as you're getting ready to get going, do them. Complain a little bit, leave it out there in the world. But you're getting ready to do it anyways. Like, if you're not going to do it, you're going to complain. And if you do it, you're going to complain before you do it. After, you're going to feel good. So why not to do it? Complain while you're doing it. That's about it. All the time, Like, it's usually like that. It's way simpler than it seems. It is not easy, but it's way simpler.
Yeah. I saw something on someone's Instagram that I really liked. It was a saying and I'm gonna mess it up because I forgot the actual saying, but the message I'm paraphrasing.
Whatever he gave you.
It was like, the water's not gonna get any warmer the later you jump in. You know, when the water's cold and you don't want to jump in, the more time you take, like, you know, it's not gonna change. It's not gonna get any warmer. So make that jump as soon as possible. Do that again. Take that action. Don't wait for the right temperature. Don't wait for the right moment.
Yeah.
Because it'll never happen.
Yeah, and whenever, like, if it does happen, like, you know, like, whenever it happens, it's gonna be so many few times in exchange for a lot of, like, unhappiness that it brings you to be like, oh shit, I fucked it again. I didn't do it again. I'm so unreliable. So it's just like, why would you talk to yourself about yourself like that if you're the one who made that decision? Yeah, it's a little bit funny thing, but it's just do the damn thing. get rid, like, put yourself to where you would like to be, and then just work it backwards and start with the smallest actions that you can. Like, be very realistic. I think this is one of the things that like I tell my clients and like the most is just like, oh, it's so hard for me to go to 10,000 steps a day. And it's like, well, yeah, if you do it all at 9 p.m. it will be super hard because now you have to walk a lot. But if every time you eat something, you go for a 15-20 minute walk, watch your videos, listen to a podcast, or do something that you'd like, it actually becomes very easy.
Mm-hmm.
So
call your mom and just talk to them and walk around the room. You have no idea how many steps you can get while you're just like on the phone. Like, pair it with something you like to do.
Yeah.
And it'll just happen so naturally. And she said like a cheat code is right after you eat something, 10 minutes of walking helps so much with digestion, everything else. You get your steps in,
and
you feel better. Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're like, oh, I got 12,000. That's so good. That's so easy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's just like, looking at the big picture is always a little bit scarier because you didn't have an action plan. You didn't like it. It's just like, well, it's like, I don't know. Imagine like when planes didn't exist and people were like, I need to get somewhere in 5 hours. It's like, well, that's a very like unreliable. Like, I cannot think about that goal. So sucks to suck. Now we can be somewhere.
They had to commit to like 3 months of travel from just one country to the edge of the same country.
Yeah, right? So it's just like, it just becomes easier when you have more action items that makes your life easier. Like, don't listen to what other people say. Just like, try to think a little bit and be like, how could I make this easier? Yeah.
That's it. That's the answer for you. Now, speaking of this is just completely random. You said do the thing. I remember that I was going to tell you about my dream last night.
Okay.
And I completely forgot. Right?
Yeah.
So I slept really well last night, but the dreams were stressful. Like, it was a stressful dream, so that just like kind of bothered me. It was like it was kind of end of the world, but you were also like a magician, right? So what happened is like we got hit by a nuclear bomb.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And just before the explosion went off, you stopped time with magic, which sounds weird as hell. And then we all got like scattered, right? And like we were pausing time or something like that. So then when we came to it, many years had passed, right? So it was really stressful because like you and I were just like trying to find what happened to our families.
Oh, Jesus
right?
Christ.
Right? With everything that's happening right now, we're not going to get into it. It's like, fuck. It was very, I was just like, so in my dream it was stressful. I was like, God, we're survived. But what happened to our families? And now we're trying to look back through like all, and it's like a post-apocalyptic world, so there's no like proper record of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, what happened to our families? What happened to our like friends? Things like that.
Well, you're going to the future, not into the past, and just like try to prevent the nuclear bomb.
It wasn't that we didn't time travel. We just like stopped time.
Oh, okay.
For us somehow, and that saved us from the explosion in a way. And then we came to, like, imagine if we were frozen and then.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you're like outside of, I see.
And then came back like 60, 80 years.
You might want to pretend that so like people
story.
Don't.
Fucking hell. But yeah, that's how it was just very stressful. Like, it was cool but also stressful. The world was different, yeah.
That's what happens in this house.
Sharing that with you guys as well. With that, I think like we can end it there. That's a quick little side story as well to finish it. As we said, we said in the YouTube video as well, but like if you're just listening to our podcast, but then go on our YouTube channel, why aren't you going there? Mahola's Adventures.
Support us, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, do you know how hard it is to do this for yourself?
It's going to be podcast episodes, and right now the short form is just Paul and I. Then eventually we're going to do longer formats with other people as well. We're going to have guests that I'll talk to, she'll talk to. She might do episodes in Spanish. We'll be doing YouTube videos. Releasing them every Sunday is the plan.
Sunday.
Podcast every Wednesday is going to be released, and we're going to be streaming either Saturday morning for us, Friday evening for a lot of the rest of the world who are not Asians, or maybe we do Friday evening for us, which will be Friday evening for Asia, and then Friday morning for most of the rest of the world. So A whole lot of mahola coming your way. But yeah, with that, maholas coming your way in a TV in a screen near you. And yeah, with that, peace, love, and have a wonderful day. Tell someone that you love them.
Be sure to
wash your teeth, brush your teeth,
brush your teeth.
And bye.
I mean, you can wash them too.